Hello, my fellow Axis and Allies. No living here, all the way from Chicago. Well, it's a little break in our 1940 game. Bluegrass General is taking his dagburn time, taking his turn, so I'm getting a little bored. I need some kind of fix, so I'm making this video. I want to introduce you to a game I had for years. Warlords of Europe. Great game. If you saw one of my recent videos, I was talking about Shogun and Fortress America, how Shogun was my second favorite game behind Axis and Allies, but my third was Fortress America. I made a mistake. Actually, Fortress America is my fourth favorite game. Warlords of Europe is my third favorite war board game of all time. So, I wanted to show you how it looks here. Let's see, this came out around, 8 years ago. They don't make it no more. It's a great game. I don't know why. It was pretty expensive. I think between 40 50 bucks at the time, which is it's a lot. 8 years ago, it's even a lot now. But I wanted to show you how cool this game is. So it comes with it's a 2 to 4 player game. And it's in medieval Europe between the warlords. There's 9 nations. There's only 4 players, so you get to pick your nation. So I set it up for England, Kiev, Rus, Italy, and Hispania, which is Spain. Back in the 13th century, this game is supposed to be played in. And so, it's very cool pieces, I have to say. Let's see, this is a setup for the beginning of the game. You set up in 2 territories for each nation. And I'll show you let me sit down here and show you up close of these pieces are. It's 4 different colors: red, black, tan, and green. Let's see what this is supposed to be: the swordsman, the pikeman, the knight, and the bowman. And plus, comes with a warlord. You get 2 for each nation as well. And warlord is supposed to help move the army 2 spaces. With the exception of the knight, everything without the warlord just moves 1 space. And so you're supposed to take as many territories as you can to get more money, because it does come with money in a denomination of 10, 5, and 1 in coins. And it goes with dice as well. But I have to say, this game's like, let's see, it's a little bit like Axis and Allies, Shogun, Risk, and even Fortress America a little bit in its mechanics. Now, it comes with 3 different shaped dice: an 8-sided dice, a 10-sided dice, and a 12-sided dice. And those are for the defenders, and it depends on which territory is being attacked. Defenders get one of these dice here. The forest gets the 10 dice. The mountains get the 12-sided dice, and the plains and the what do they call it? The harvest fields are both 8. Now, the difference between those, these get more. These get 3 army men, and I think the plains can only get 1 in defense. They're called a peasant force, and these armies are supposed to try to conquer them to get more money, like you do in Axis and Allies. But these dice remind me of Fortress America, because Fortress America has many different sided dice as well. That's why it reminds me of Fortress America as well. And with these cards, it reminds me a little bit of Risk too, as well. And you get 3 different game cards. First, it's the Conquest card, indicated by this. This is I forget what they call this. I think the Commerce card. And finally, the Pope card as well. Let me show you. Also, there's castles in this game. If you build right now, all the castles are fully built castles to start out with. But if you buy any castles, you gotta buy them half at a time. This indicates it's only half a castle. You can only do it once per round, per turn. You can buy a castle, but it's only half a castle, which means it's not as much of a defense. But in the next turn, well, this indicates it's a half castle. And in the next turn, you can pay another 6 to make it a full castle. So that's the mechanics of that. And it comes with let's see, I believe a 12-page booklet. Comes with initiative cards telling you who goes first, 1, 2, 3, 4. You determine it by dice rolls and even paying for it if you wanted to. It comes with cheat sheets as well. Like I said, it's a real fun game. I mean, the pieces themselves are cool. I mean, they're kind of rubbery. They're more durable than Axis and Allies pieces. So if you drop them, they won't break on you. Like that. Like it might happen to an Axis and Allies piece. But, like I said earlier, they don't make this game anymore. Unfortunate, man. It came out 8 years ago. And I guess people weren't buying it. I guess maybe because of the price. People were more into video games back then. But I should indicate this is from Conquest Gaming LLC. It's out of print right now, but they do sell some of the components still. If you go to their website of Conquest Gaming, they don't sell the pieces no more. The only thing they sell is the map itself, the rules, and these 3 cards. Initiative and the cheat sheets they don't sell no more as well. But those are the 3 things well, actually 4 things. They also sell chips as well. You can chip your pikeman, which is the weakest unit on the board. Those are unlimited, so you can chip them. Everything else is limited. Like the cavalry, it's only 6 in the game. Let's see, that's the bowman also 6 as well. What is happening here? Okay. Let's see, the swordsman, there's 10 that come in the game. The pikeman or spearman, there's 25 as well. But like I said, they're unlimited. You can chip them. Buy as many as you want, you can afford. Also, with mercenaries that come, you could use chips as well. And let's see here. Like I said, the only components is the map, the cards itself, and the rules, and chips. Too. They're very. If you go on the website, they're very cheap. If you're interested in buying this game, but don't care for no pieces that come with it, what I have here is Risk Europe. Now, I don't like Risk. Ever since I've been playing Axis and Allies, Risk is pathetic in my opinion. But I know some people like Hunter like it, so I'm not going to demean them. But I don't like it itself. But Risk Europe, I saw it on the website. The review of it says it's like Shogun. Similar to Shogun. It's is less like Risk and more like Shogun. So I bought it. I just got this a few days ago. It's only on eBay, brand new, for about $20. That's right, brand new, $20. The only reason I got it because of that review, and it comes in super cool pieces. It does. Now, I'd read the rules to this game, and it's a bit confusing. So I got to play this game to see how it goes. I can't pass any judgment on this game, but it looks promising though. Especially, I'll show you that Risk Europe map. It's cool. This is the setup pieces. It's also four starts. Up to 4 players can play this game. And there's I think eight nations. And you can pick one. With also an initiative, if you can pick first by the dice rolls, or you can pay for it. And this coin here indicates you go first. You can see let me show you the pieces here. It's pretty cool. Oh, my knees. Look at that. What I really like about them, each nation has different scopes to it. Look at that. These these 4 right here we are called the footmen. So I think they're the weakest piece on the board. But I like it. This looks like maybe a French unit. This one looks like a Roman unit. This looks like a Viking unit. This looks like you're a Mongolian, or maybe Attila the Hun's forces as well. Look at these cavalry. They call these cavalry. Again, the Romans, the Vikings, the Mongolians, and the French. There's the bowmans as well. Let's see, the French, Romans, Vikings, and Mongolians. That's what they look like to me anyways. I may be wrong on that assessment. And these are the siege weapons. They even get different scopes on their siege weapons, catapults or battering rams. Or I forget what they call this. But this is pretty cool, isn't it? Look at it. 4 different siege weapons. Let's see. It's so cool. Very cool. I like it. That's why I bought it. It's played with 6-sided dice. There's its castle, and there's a crown. It also comes with cheat sheet cards. These are crown cards, and each force gets 8 these cards. You pick 2 on each round. Let's see. In this game, it's Constantinople. Belize. London. Hello, Governor. Berlin. Madrid. Rome. Kiev. Stockholm. Yeah, I got everything here. So 8 different nations, and you get to choose which one you want to play with. Like I said, it's pretty cool. And this is the monies in the denomination of 1s and 5s. Kind of cardboardy, like Warlords of Europe. And comes with a 24 page booklet as well. Also, what I like about this is its tray it comes up with. I like that. So you can put the pieces here, the monies, even the crowns, your dice, and you can put your cards right there. And like I said, the money. It's pretty cool, I have to say. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because I can't really I could recommend this game only because of the pieces itself. The rules, I haven't passed judgment on until I play it. And I don't know when that's going to be. I haven't played even Warlords of Europe for quite a while because the only person I played it with was my brother. And since he got married a while back, he has been interested in playing anything, not even Axis and Allies. We used to play that since the 80s. So we haven't played this game either. Man, but it's such a cool... I recommend this game highly. I mean, if you get it, I'm sure you'll love it. If you like war board games and the mechanics of miniature pieces, if you're a piece junkie like me, like Jungle Hand Grenade is, I am as well. I'm sure anybody in A&A is a piece junkie as well. But the reason why I'm showing you as Risk Europe as well, because you can incorporate these pieces into Warlords of Europe. I mean, like I said, the components you can buy over at that CONQUEST GAMING LLC.com. You can buy the map, the rules, the cards, and you can buy chips as well. And they're cheap too, very, very cheap. Even a poor caveman, he can afford that. I don't need to because I already got this game, but I'm just letting anybody know who wants to buy this game. Because since this game don't come with the pieces, these do. So you can incorporate these pieces. Now the thing is that this game don't really come with pikemen. I mean, their version may be a footman, but these look more like swordsman from the Warlords game. But I guess you could use these as pikemen. Of course, use these as your knights, your bowmen, and Warlords really doesn't have catapults, but I guess you can incorporate a house rule into the game, which I'm planning to do as well. In fact, we did have a house rule about catapults in this game. We got the catapults from a game called Civilization, the board game by Sid Meier. We use catapults from that game, but I guess I'll be using these catapults instead. They're even much cooler. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, and also this, like I said, this game Warlords won't come with castles, so I guess you can use these as castles as well. But Warlords has 12 castles to begin with, whereas Risk Europe only has 8 castles. But I'll show you how you can get around that. First, you can buy the 10, 12, and 8-sided dice anywhere. I recommend buying 12 each if you want to get Warlords, or if you have them already, then it's great for you. And let's see. I guess you can use the money, but this only comes in denominations of 1s and 5s, whereas this comes up to 10. And I guess you can figure out something. You know, maybe use chips for the 10. I don't know. Or I'll show you something else. I would, or even coins. You know, currency coins like quarters and such as 10s. But I'll show you. I'll show you right now what you can do. Now, when I also have another game. I never liked the rules here, Conquest of the Empire, but I only bought it because it had very cool pieces. You know, they're very brittle. They were very cool pieces. Now these pieces here are a little bit brittle too, but not as much as the old Conquest of the Empire game or even the old Shogun game. I said they're in between them and the Axis and Allies pieces in durability. So I wouldn't want to drop these. Okay, and so to get around that, if you want to get the Warlords game, like I was showing you the Conquest of the Empire, the pieces you could use for it. Now this you can use as the 10 piece for your money, along with the 1 and 5 here, if you wanted to do it that way. If you have the Conquest of the Empire, either the old version or they even have a millennial version as well. I sold that recently because I just didn't like the rules, even though the new one had very, very cool pieces and very durable pieces. If you want to get that game, go ahead, but it's going to be very expensive because I think that's out of print too. Now for the castles, you can, like I said, Risk Europe only has 8 castles. You can from that Conquest of the Empire, you could use their castles. And since you got build like that, you can build like this. A castle, of course, it looks Roman, doesn't really look medieval. And what you can use these as warlords, as different colored pieces. I think they're supposed to be Roman generals, but you can compensate and use these as your warlords. Like warlords comes with 8 warlords in this game. Now, what I really recommend is this middle one here, from that set of mentioned Civilization, the board game by Sid Meier game. It's kind of a relatively old game, not really old, but old enough. I don't even think they make it anymore. But it came with cool pieces. I mean, you could use this right here as your warlord if you want to. You can color with spray paint or whatever, or marker, whatever, to match the colors of these to go for that game. Use that for your warlord. You can use these for your swordsman. Like I said, they don't make that game no more. But if you go to eBay, they do sell the pieces, and it's real cheap too. So you can use these as your swordsman. Use these as your warlords for this game here. One thing I recommend, since if you were getting the Risk Europe game to compensate for the pieces of the warlords, use the crowns for the 4 remaining castles. Like, use this as a half-built castle, and put this on top for a full castle. You may not have to be buying it, but it's there for you. I mean, you already come with 8 castles in this game, but you need 12 for this. Now for Shogun, or IKUSA, what it's now called, you can use their castle as well, half built and fully built. That looks Japanese though, so it really wouldn't go well, but if you're not bothered by that, why not? You can use this, they call this koku in IKUSA or Shogun or Samurai Swords, whatever you want to call it. You could use it for your 10 spot in currency. You could use these as your pikeman. It goes with similar to the colors of that. Use those as your pikemen if you wanted to. Then use these footmen as swordsmen if you want to. But the swordsmen, you don't need that many for Warlords of Europe, because Warlords of Europe only comes with 10 swordsmen. Whereas these footmen come 35. More on that later. So you can use this as your pikemen for warlords. This you can also use for maybe. This is a mercenary. You can use that for your warlords if you want. These daimyos, which were the warlords of Shogun, or these flagmen use as your warlords for the Warlords of Europe if you wanted to. Okay, something else I wanted to show you. Now, you can forget all these pieces that I just showed you. And since there's 35 of these footmen, you can use 25 of these for your pikemen for Warlords of Europe, and the remaining 10 as your swordsmen but you can color it any way you want to show that they're a swordsman. Of course, they attack more stronger that way, so you can do it that way. Now I know IKUSA, they don't even make it no more, I don't think. And if you go to eBay, they're terribly expensive, but they do sell separate pieces though, which you get at a cheap price. That you can do if you wanted to go that way. If you had a Conquest of the Empire game, I guess they do sell, I'm not sure, but I think they sell the separate pieces for that over eBay, Amazon, or Wish, whatever. I know they do for Conquest of the Empire as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy playing this. I just don't have anybody to play with it nowadays. So if you wanted to get that, just do it like I recommend. I mean, these are very cool pieces. The rules I don't know about. I gotta play it first. Probably have to play it solo just to see how it is. I just got the game a couple days ago over the mail. Like I said, it's pretty cheap. You just gotta look on eBay to get the cheapest price, because there's other sellers that sell a whole lot more. So try to get the one that sells for $19 plus tax. Illinois charges tax, so I paid $21 for a new game, Risk Europe. I recommend it highly if you want to go into Warlords, which I highly recommend. Please do, so I have someone to play with. I mean, they do sell this entire game on eBay, Wish, Amazon, but ridiculous prices. I saw one go over $200 for this game. I'm sure you don't want to pay that much. Maybe you go the way I recommend. I hope you do. I need players, man. I really do. I hope you enjoyed that. So Bluegrass General, please hurry up your turn. I need my A&A fix. Please do. Okay. And all your dice is B6s when you're playing against me. No limit out.